What makes a logo successful? Well, in this video I'm going to show you some of my personal favorites, and I'm going to explain why I think they work the best. Now, I'm basing this on several different criteria. First and foremost, I believe that the most successful type of logo must be instantly recognizable. It doesn't need any explaining. You must see it and know exactly what the product is that this logo is for. Secondly, it must have stood the test of time, and that means that it must largely be unchanged since it was introduced. Now, the first one is Coca-Cola, and I know we talked about Coca-Cola in an earlier video, but you can see here it is actually very simple. It is the two words that are two of the main ingredients in the beverage, Coca-Cola, and it's written in a fancy script font which was originally handwritten, but it makes an impact so that the shape and the outline of the way that it's written are instantly recognizable. So even if you don't speak English, you can read that and you can recognize the brand. The company was founded in 1886. The logo was first introduced in 1887, and the latest version was updated in 2009, but it was just sort of minor tweaks to it really. And the designer of the latest version was Turner Duckworth. The next one is Shell. Shell Oil and Royal Dutch Shell, they're two associated companies. And once again, you can see exactly what it is. When you're driving along the highway and you see a sign, you know that you're passing a Shell service station, or you're passing a Shell filling station. When you see one of their tankers, you know that it's from Shell. And it's instantly recognizable, and it's very, very simple. The company was founded in 1907, and that's when they introduced the logo. And the latest version was updated in 1999. But again, just like with Coca-Cola, it was a minor tweak. Before then, it used to actually say Shell underneath, but now the logo has become so recognizable that they've been able to do away with the legend Shell and have just simply gone for a stylized version of the clamshell. And the designer of this latest version was Raymond Loewy. And then we have, as I was saying in an earlier video, my favorite logo, Bass, for Bass Beer, and I like it for its simplicity. It is very, very simple. It is very, very recognizable. And it stood the test of time, like I was saying in the first video where you have the picture of a bar at the Folies Bergère. You can instantly recognize that it's a bottle of Bass beer by this very simple logo. And so if you're going past a pub or a bar or a hotel where they sell this particular type of beer, you instantly know what it is that they sell. And it's one of the oldest logos in existence. The company was founded in 1777. The logo was introduced in 1875, and as far as I'm aware, the latest version was in 1876. The story goes that the brewery wanted to have the first registered trademark in the UK, and the Trademarks Act came in on the 1st of January 1876. And they had some poor guy who slept out on New Year's Eve 1875 outside the office where they needed to register this so that he could be first in line the next day and could get this down as the first registered trademark. And so the latest version comes from 1876, but they had designed it the previous year. And the designer is unknown at this time. Then we have Ferrari. The famous prancing horse logo from the Ferrari motor cars. The company was founded in 1929, and that's when the latest version was designed, and it was designed by Enzo Ferrari, or under his direction. And I like it for its simplicity and the fact that it is instantly memorable. you've got the prancing horse logo, and if you do a search on the internet for Ferrari logo, there's quite a long story behind how they chose the prancing horse. It comes from a fighter plane in World War One. It's quite a long story, so I won't go into it in this video, but there is a lot of information out there about how they came to choose the prancing horse logo. You've got the three colored stripes from the Italian flag, so you know instantly that it's an Italian car, and you have the name Ferrari in a very easy to read, although it is stylized script there, so you can instantly recognize that that is from a Ferrari car. And my favorite one out of all the lot, which is Nike, and this is really, in my view, an icon of design. It is very, very simple. It's just a swoosh or a tick mark, and it fits onto the side of the running shoes, and it is easily recognizable on everything that they do. And with just sort of one stroke of the pen, you can create an iconic logo. The company was founded in 1964, and they introduced this logo in 1971. The latest version was introduced in 1995, and before that it said Nike above the swoosh, but the swoosh has been so associated with Nike that they decided that they didn't need to actually have the company name in it anymore, because again, this had become so successful, it had become imprinted in the public consciousness, so that people instantly recognized that that tick mark meant Nike. And the designer of the latest version was Carolyn Davidson. And I think this is going to be a design that is going to be long remembered. And there are some other brands that are long remembered, even after the company that made them has long since gone out of business. And I'll talk you through some of them in the next video.